Hi, so I'm Chris MacPherson, Engineering Manager here at Nevis Range. The last couple of weeks we've been building up the terrain park and it's looking real good at the moment. We've got about half a dozen rails out at the moment, and it starts at the top and it works down under sort of progression. We've got the real easy beginners rails at the top here, which lead down onto sort of more difficult rails, rainbow rails and rainbow shotgun rail, which is probably the most difficult rail we have. We've also got 3 jumps at the moment, one large kicker, a tabletop and a spline jump, and we hope to add in a couple more rollers. There's a little bit more snow we've got we can play with. Add in a couple more rollers again just for the beginners to have a run, and ultimately what we end up wanting to have ideally is a sort of more advanced run and a beginner intermediate run, so you've got 2 runs for all abilities right down the park. So in terms of maintaining the terrain park this year, what we've done is we've had an extra lift operator in every day who's going round the park with a shovel, smoothing off the entrances to the rails and to the kickers, marking any hazards and marking the difficulty rating of the kicker or the rail with poles, which is quite important. We've also had a lot of machine time in the park. I mean, it's developing all the time, everything's getting bigger as the snow comes in with storms and so on. The rails get moved, jumps get bigger, everything increases in size till we get to this sort of springtime feel that we've got now, when everything starts to flow really nicely and look really good. So there's been, I reckon, at least 150, 200 groomer hours going into building the park at the moment. That's not taking into account moving all the rails, which you usually have to do by hand, and then dig them in by hand. The groomer usually makes the platforms, but most of the work is done by hand, done by Dave and Mikey, who've been real stars setting up this year so far. So just a wee conditions report, looking forward to this weekend. The hill is in absolutely fantastic condition with really wide runs, wide cover of snow, probably about 95% of runs open. Lower rabbit run 20 to 30 metres wide, the lower fairway 15 to 20 metres wide. For the weekend we'll be grooming, probably doing a night shift on Friday night, so every single run that we plan to open will be groomed on Friday night. Everything will just be set up beautiful for the morning for the weekend. The weather's supposed to be quite good, nice and dry. Probably not as much sun as we've had of late, but hopefully there will be still some sunshine, and possibly slightly warmer than it has been of late. Up at the summit it looks like it's going to be just around about the 0 degrees over the weekend, so that's slightly warmer than it has been. It's been -5, -6 for the last sort of couple of weeks. We've got real wide cover up in the mountain here, and from down in Fort William it doesn't look like we've got an awful lot. It's purely because you're set further back, but when you're up here skiing and you see how much snow there is, you'd be very surprised. The runs are wider now than they have been since 2010. It's fantastic skiing. I just can't get that out there enough, and really if you're going to have to do this weekend, then come up skiing, because it's going to be really good. Yeah, so we've got fantastic snow, wide runs, sunshine and no queues. What more do you want?